Hey everybody, it's Alex Jones from Jones Firearms Coaching, and today is Dryday Friday. If you want to know what Dry Friday is, it's when I bring pro dry fire tips to the basic, intermediate, and advanced armed citizen. So today we're going to be talking about releasing the magazine from your gun. Now, even though I consider myself an advanced shooter and gun owner, I still do this drill every week, sometimes several times a week. So before we get started on that, I want to talk a little bit about the workspace, right? Where you're going to be manipulating your gun at. So your workspace is what I would like to say, where you eat at, right? So for example, if this was a bowl, right, you would be eating. You would bring the bowl into your body, right? You would take your spoon and you would eat from here. You never really see anybody eating over here. You never see anybody really eating right here. And you never really see anybody eating like this, right? Maybe the British. So when you eat here. Now this applies to how you should bring your gun into your workspace, which is instead of manipulating it out here or down over here, or over here, you want to bring the gun into your workspace where you actually eat, right? This gives you where you can actually see the gun. You can manipulate the gun without doing a whole bunch of things outside of your body, okay? Now, let's get into the drill. It's very simple, but I want you to take your time and I want you to actually have some good intention with it, right? So you're going to bring your gun into your workspace. You know what, guys? I forgot to tell y'all. Please like, please subscribe, please hit that notification bell if you want more content like this. I totally forgot. I usually should say that at the beginning of the video, but I'm not. As you can see, I don't do a whole lot of editing stuff. I like raw, uncut stuff as if you were in the room with me, right? So yes, this is a new channel. I need your support. So please like, please subscribe, and please hit that notification bell so you can be notified when more content like this is available. So back to it. Normally you have that little cutout, and then it breaks into another screen or another video clip. Sorry, I'm not I'm not doing that. Anyways, so you want to bring the gun into your workspace, right? You want to be able to index your finger right here. If you can see that. That is your magazine release button, okay? You want to be able to index your finger to release the magazine. You just want to push it in. Now, for beginners, this is what I need you to understand. That this button, okay, it goes into the gun. So for example, the button is right here, okay? The button needs to go this way. It needs to go into the gun and not, not forward or down, right? You have to push it in and it releases the magazine as such, okay? So again, we're gonna bring the gun into our workspace, right? We're nice, we're comfortable, got a good master grip. The one thing I always correct my students on when they do, a lot of them like to pick their gun up in a weird way like this, right? See that? So if I am manipulating my magazine and taking my magazine away, if I had to shoot someone, I would some kind of way get the magazine out, right? Get another one, put it in there. Got to do all this stuff to reestablish my grip. It's probably not a good idea. It actually isn't a good idea. So you want to make sure you at least got that one-handed good master grip, okay? You're going to index the magazine out. Now, once you've indexed the magazine out, it is important that you have great intentions and you take the magazine and you put it to your side. People are going to say, why do you want me to put it to my side? If you're practicing, especially as a beginner or intermediate, you want to put it to your side because you want to start to create the motion and the repeatable process of bringing the magazine up and putting it back into your gun, whether that be for loading or a combat or emergency reload, right? The one thing I don't like that some people get into when they're practicing magazine releases and putting the magazine in, they like to sit up and do this. This, to me, does not have any training value, okay? So you want to bring that gun into your workspace. You want to release that magazine. You want to bring it down, and you want to put it to your side. Now, this is going to be controversial, and I'm going to cover this before I start to kind of flesh out the drill a little more. The way we hold the magazine is important, okay? Now, it is commonly taught that you index your magazine as such, right? With your index finger in the front of the magazine, just like this, right? And as you come in, you want to come in this way, indexing and putting your finger in there as such. Now, I got away from teaching that technique. And here's why. I'm not saying that the index finger technique is not okay and that it's not efficient. But the reason why is because, one, a lot of people carry micro pistols with much smaller magazines now. This is actually a full-size magazine, I would say 15 rounds in a Taurus G3. And sometimes, actually, I can pull this out. I think I got if you can look here, hold on one second. I'm gonna get this gun out of your way here. These rounds right here, this is to my Glock 42. If I were to, my motor skill wants me to index up here, right? So if I'm indexing up here, that means like, I gotta take this to put it in my gun and I'm gonna jam my finger in there, right? So the way I teach it is, and I'll show you with the full size one and then I'll go back to the little one is, I teach my students to grab the magazine, okay? When they grab the magazine, instead of grabbing the magazine like this with their index finger, I like to get my students to grab the magazine like this, right? So what they're gonna do is they're gonna grab it where they have the thumb on this side and the index finger on this side, and they have a good grip on the bottom. And the goal is to leave about a quarter of this up, okay? Now the reason why I teach this is because now it's a gross motor skill, right? And now they can bring that magazine up just like this, right? And then they can shove it in there, okay? And now you don't have to ruin the risk of actually taking it and jamming your finger in that little place where you think the magazine is going to go, and then you end up jamming your finger in there. So this technique that I teach, and like I said, it's not saying the other one is not effective, but this technique that I teach by keeping a quarter of the magazine up, holding it, I don't know why I describe it as like a Snickers bar, but you want to hold it as such, right? Put that thumb on the back side, put that index finger on the other side, and make sure you have enough grip on the bottom of the magazine. Just leave about a quarter of it exposed, and then you want to come in and jam that magazine in just like that, okay? Now, I don't want to get a whole bunch of comments about, you should be using the index finger and blah, 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 blah. Not really worried about that. If you want to use that technique, by all means, go ahead and use it, okay? I'm just giving tools and showing different things that people can do outside of what's already been taught, right? So once you have established your workspace, again, you want to come out, you want to bring that magazine down, put it to your side, make it repeatable. So you want to come back, you want to bring it into your workspace. You can actually practice by looking the magazine in and shoving it in. Here's the thing. When you put your magazine in, a lot of people think that their guns are so precious and they're just so like cute and clean and in pristine condition. But guess what? You got to beat this thing up a little bit. So what I see is some people put their magazines in like this, just like this, right? Now, you may or may not seat the magazine properly and the gun may not function properly, right? So when you get it in there, you want to get it in there, tap it, hit it in there, right? Make sure it's in there because you're going to need it, okay? So from this drill, you can work on another set of skills as well. So what I like to do is once I've kind of had this motion, well, I've done this a few times, right? I've come in. Once I've done that a few times, I like to work on stance, grip, and my presentation of the pistol from there. So real light work, but it will help you start to download that program, right? The repeatable process. So for example, I would be here, I would bring the gun into my workspace, okay? I would drop the magazine, put the magazine to my side. And I don't have to do this fast, okay? Once I reset and I'm ready to go, I would take it, look it in, magazine in, establish that master grip, and then come on the target, okay? Follow through for about 2 or 3 seconds, then come back into your workspace, remove the magazine, reset. Once you reset, you can put that magazine back in, establish that master grip, and present to your target, okay? Again, you're gonna come back, bring the gun into your workspace, take the magazine out, reset it by placing it down by your side. You wanna go ahead and look that mag in, establish your master grip, and then press out, okay? You can do this drill every day if you want, but again, if you do it, especially if you're a beginner, it is going to advance your skills faster, right? You're going to get more comfortable, you're going to get more competent, and you're going to get more confident with handling your firearm. So that's today's Dry Day Friday tip, and it's going to be releasing your magazine. And the caveat on the back is once you release the magazine, you put the magazine back in, you can start to work on your grip and your presentation of the gun. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want more content like this. This is a new channel. Again, I appreciate everyone's help and support. Stay tuned for more, and y'all have a great weekend. Peace.